Do good, Maverick here. Podcast episode number 155. Delete distractions and discover your hidden resources. These days, when it comes to distractions, I don't know what it's probably the time in history, in human history, where it has been the most distractions. Or maybe it was different during certain wars or things like that, but during peace times, the amount of distractions these days is off the charts. The average attention span, I saw some statistics. In the 1980s, the average attention span was something like 20 minutes. These days, it was something like 15 seconds, something like that. If that's true, that's pretty wild. But yeah, just think about smartphones alone. I've heard different statistics being mentioned. How accurate they are, I don't know, but it varies from like 2 to 10 hours per day, or like 2 to 8 hours per day, something like that, that people spend on their smartphones on average. That's that's a lot. Imagine if that 8-hour one is accurate. For a lot of people, it probably is. But let's say it's like 4 or 5 hours. That's a lot of time, especially when you add it up over a year. So yeah, what would happen if you were to delete a lot of your distractions? Now, this is not, I'm not saying this is something that's easy to do, because for many of us, it has become a kind of addiction as well when it comes to those cheap dopamine hits of scrolling through social media or surfing the web. But think about it. Maybe you have some hidden resources that you're not aware of. Maybe you find yourself in a job you don't like, or some kind of situation you are not happy with that you want to change. And maybe you think you don't have the resources for maybe you think you don't have the resources for it. Maybe you think you would need more money or more time. Maybe that's the case, but oftentimes there might be things you can do just with a little better priorities. Now, more time, I mean, when it comes to more money, would that help? Yeah, probably. When it comes to, I think, almost everything, there are exceptions, but I think when it comes to almost everything, it is easier with a lot of money than with no money or with little money. But when it comes to time, even if you're a billionaire, you are limited to 24 hours per day. But of course, if you are trapped in the rat race, so to speak, and have to spend like 8 to 15 hours per day working, then it's of course different. But yeah, who knows? If you deleted some distractions. Now, smartphones is not the only one, but it's a massive one. But just think about it. Are there some kind of distractions or ways you are wasting time that you could remove? Or that you could remove at least for some time? Now, I'm not talking about having to hustle like crazy for every waking hour, every single day. That's not what I'm saying. How sustainable is that going to be over time? But if you're spending like 5 hours per day scrolling through social media, maybe some of it could be used to something else. So yeah, But this one is a pretty obvious one in one way, but oftentimes we might not be thinking about it because it's kind of an ingrained habit. So in one way, it's negative. Yeah, it's stupid to spend that much time per day just scrolling through social media. Now, there might be a little bit of value to it because not everything on social media is horrible. But usually, if we spend like 5 hours scrolling through social media, it's usually not healthy or productive. But yeah, something to think about. And by the way, if you find yourself trapped in the matrix and the 9 to 5 rat race and you want to escape, maybe you should build an online paid community. You know, a paid, what should I call it? I mean, a community cash cow. I'm in the process of interviewing 30 success stories for the book and course that I'm building called Community Cash Cows. Now, why am I giving it that title? Because a lot of them are actually running their paid community as a cash cow. So yeah. And by the way, I'm also turning it into a community as well. So if you want to connect with a bunch of other people that are in the process of building their own paid community online, and you also want to learn from those 30 success stories, or at least 30 success stories, check it out on communitycashcows.com. Take care and God bless.